What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna have a look at Spider Man Remastered. No idea how it's gonna run. Probably not gonna be able to max it, for almost positive of that after playing it on my laptop, but I'm hoping we can at least get like 40 to 30 FPS with some halfway decent graphics. But instead of talking about it, let's hop in and find out how it plays. Alright guys, we're hopping into the settings here. So let's have a quick look at just the display settings first. We're going to do full screen, 1280 by 800, 60 Hertz, VSync off, no HDR because it's not an HDR screen, no upscaling yet, no dynamic resolution, and we're just leaving the anti-aliasing the way it is for now. Once we get to like super low and whatnot, like very low, then I'll drop that to off and whatnot. That's usually what I do with the Steam Deck. So now, why don't we go hop over and look at the graphics section. Alright, we're doing maxed out, so it says custom, so very high texture, 16 anisotropic, very high shadow, HBO plus ambient, screen space reflections on. You can't do ray tracing at all on the Steam Deck right now, but you probably wouldn't be able to anyway. It would give you a shit experience no matter what settings you use. Even my laptop super struggles with ray tracing in this game. And then we got very high level of detail, high traffic density, high crowd density, hair quality high, weather particle quality very high, depth of field high, bloom on, lens flare on, chromatic abrasion on, vignette, I don't even know how the fuck to say that, vignette is on, motion blur on. We're just going to do the stock field of view. And there we go, we're back to the top, so now let's go hop into the game. Alright guys, we're in the game completely maxed out. Yep, there we go. Uh-oh, I don't think it has enough VRAM for this. Uh-oh. It just kind of froze up on me. But it does try, it's saying it's using 8.2 gigs, which it doesn't have. So alright, so just like Forza, you can't max this game on the Steam Deck, but this is why I show you guys what'll happen. So I'm going to take care of this, and we'll maybe tone it down to very high, and see if that's actually doable. Alright, now we're going to drop it down to very high, which still probably won't work, but I'm going to give it a try anyway, otherwise we won't know. So we got very high texture quality, 8 times anisotropic, high shadow, ambient occlusion is on HBO plus, screen face reflections is on, no ray tracing or anything like that. Everything in geometry is high except for weather particle, that's very high. Depth of field high, bloom on, everything is on. Motion blur strength max, we're just standard field of view. And then film grain strength is maxed out. So now, let's hop into the game and see if that's actually playable this time. Probably not, but we won't know if we don't try. Alright, we're back in the game. Let's see if it can actually, like, not freeze this time. Probably still will, but it's worth a shot. We'll see how far we can get before it freezes up again. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually impressed with the frame rate. I thought this was going to be like 10 FPS.
May from Queens writes, "You're so full of anger and I wish you'd get help managing it. It's terrible."
Okay, how are we using 7.7 gigs of VRAM? I thought this thing only has like 6.4.
But this is a common misconception that I have to correct. I'm not full of anger. I'm full of love. I call out injustice, corruption, and crimes against humanity because I adore this city. And I want it to be better. What you hear in my voice is love. Nothing but love.
Assault in progress. Caution advised. Officers near Devil's Shelf, please report to the scene.
Yeah, this is more than playable. Drops down to like 25 and stuff every once in a while, though I don't like that. But I probably wouldn't play this completely maxed out on the Steam Deck anyway. I'm just kind of impressed with the frame rate it's getting. Most of the time it's playable. Well, alright. It didn't crash yet, and we're almost at 2 minutes, so let's go drop those settings down a little bit and see what the frame rate is like then. Wow, what the frame rate is like then, if I can actually talk properly, jeez. Alright, we're dropping it down to high preset now. So texture quality, of course, is high. It drops anisotropic down to 4x. Shadow quality is still on high. We go SSAO for ambient occlusion now. We still have space or screen space reflections on. No ray tracing can be enabled on the Steam Deck as of yet. Probably wouldn't want to anyway. Everything in geometry is now high. Depth of field high. And we still have all of our camera effects on. So motion blur strength masked, normal field of view, and then normal film grain streak that the game came with. So now let's hop back into the game and see how it plays. Alright guys, we're back in the game at high preset now instead of very high. And maxed didn't even work. So now let's just swing around and see how it does on just high. Just 33, 30, nope, it still drops down to like 25 when you get down to like the street level. But it's doing better.
All units, civilians are in need of assistance following an accident. Officers
So far 24 instead of 22, like on very high, is the lowest. Oh. Did it crash? Well, there's another reason you probably don't want to be playing on these higher settings on the Steam Deck. That's no fun when it just like makes the game stop and like load. And it's not on the SD card either. This game I figured was a game you should be putting on your main drive. It needs all the help it can get.
We've got a 10-10 narcotic still in progress. Need a local unit on scene. Officers, please converge on Longacre.
Yeah, we're still dropping in the 20s though, so I don't really like that. But we're at around the 2-minute mark, so why don't we go ahead and move on to the next graphics setting. Well, now we're going to move on to the medium preset. So, medium texture quality, 2x anisotropic, low shadow quality, SAO, or SSAO, ambient occlusion. We still have screen space reflections on, no ray tracing, everything in geometry's medium now. Camera effect, depth of field is still on high, bloom is still on, so all of our camera effects are still on the way they were. So we're back to the top, let's go back into the game. Alright, we're back in the game now. Now we're on medium. So let's see how medium fares.
Attention units. Report received of a narcotics sale in progress.
Possible 207. Witnesses
Hopefully this time it won't just like freeze up and have to load.
I'll tune my earpiece to listen for sounds of someone struggling.
Whoa, almost smacked my ass into that sign. That wouldn't have been no good. Hey, got another achievement.
Attention units.
And so far so good. I've only seen us drop into the like high 30s
East Village.
when we're down low. And it still looks really good on medium. Now what I wonder is, will it be able to do very high and decent FPS if we turn FSR 2.0 on?
Attention unit.
I feel like this screen's so low resolution, I don't think it'll help that much.
I'll set my earpiece to focus on
As I warned, Nostradamus-like.
Nostradamus.
Took down Wilson Fisk without preparing for the consequences. Our streets are now filled with aspiring gangsters, each trying to out-psycho the other.
Damn straight they are.
He's lucky to have survived an armed robbery. Sir,
Alright though,
glad you're okay.
why don't we go ahead and move on to the next graphics setting. So, now we're on the low preset, so we got low texture quality, trilinear texture, or anisotropic filtering. Shadow is now on low. We still have the same ambient occlusion. Screen space reflections is now off. Level of detail and everything in the geometry sections on low. Still have high depth of field. And it seems like, yep, all of our camera effects are still untouched. So now, let's hop back into the game and see how it plays. Alright.
Shaken, let's let him go.
I'm fine.
Goodbye!
So now we are on medium quality preset, and the game still looks great. Let's see, we're still getting in the 30s while we're swinging our webs around town here, but for the most part now it seems very playable. I could probably play like this no problem. I'd probably just lock it to 40 FPS,
Local units, we're getting reports of muggings
since
in
it
the
can't
area.
seem to hit 60 all the time anyway. But I'm leaving it unlocked for you guys because we're doing tests and locking it doesn't help us. Now at the very end, if this video isn't like an hour long, which it shouldn't be, I might real quickly just lock it at 40 just to show you guys what it's like. Though some people might have no problem just playing like this. It's really not that bad. Does not feel very stuttery to me at all. Aha, we'll go back this way now. So 35 right there. Yeah, it seems like it's about 35-ish at the lowest.
All units, witness
Oh, nope, 31 there. I saw that. But that's still better than 21.
copy.
Can't stand when games drop under 30. That's my last straw. 30's already bad enough. But if I have to deal with frame drops on top of it all, I do not like that one bit. But so far so good. We haven't had any more just random like 30-second pauses, so that's good. That was very random. I thought the game crashed, to be honest with you, but then I saw like a weird saving symbol or loading symbol down in the right lower corner there. So I was like, okay, until that stops, I guess we'll just wait and see.
Attention all units, we have a possible kidnapping. Officers near Bowery, please respond.
New York's noisy.
Alright though.
One mask can zero in on
Now why don't we go ahead and move on? Now we're dropping all the way down to very low. So, why don't we go ahead and look through all the settings, low texture quality, trilinear, anisotropic, very low shadows now. Everything else here is off, no screen space or ambient occlusion now. And then everything in geometry besides weather particle quality is on very low. The weather particle one's on low, I guess that's as low as it goes. And then we've got our depth of field and all of that good stuff is still on, it looks like, yeah. So everything on there is still on, so we're back to the top. So let's hop back in the game and see how it does. Well, alright, we're on very low with no anti-aliasing or anything now. And it definitely does not look so great anymore, lots of jaggies. And it still drops into the same like 30s and shit. I wonder if it'll drop down to the same like 31.
Attention all units. Assault in
So yeah, that doesn't seem worth it at all. If you could get like a solid like over 60 or something, maybe. But yeah, I'd probably maybe go to high mode or medium, probably medium, and turn some FSR on even maybe. See how that looks. But we'll go turn it to high for our FSR tests. Feel like that'll be a better test.
Attention units. Civilians are trapped following a car accident. Need additional units to the Lower East Side.
Lower East Side, huh?
Later, Spider-Man.
1010. Witness called in a narcotic sale. Reports are
Alright, let's just run up the damn thing.
Over.
There we go. Now we're back to being able to...
Drug trade's gotten more aggressive post-Fisk. Gotta stomp that out.
No thank you. Not right now, anyway.
Party is gonna start soon.
Yes, that too. And alright. Now let's go mess around with some FSR. Well, alright. We're turning on FSR 2.0 now, and we're going to use quality setting with no dynamic resolution scaling or anything like that. All the rest of the settings up there are still the same full screen, same resolution, no VSync or anything like that. And then for graphics, I turned it back to the high preset for now. So we got high texture quality, 4x anisotropic, high shadow, SSAO, ambient occlusion, screen space is back on. No ray tracing at all in this particular version. Everything in geometry is on high. Camera effects and everything else are all untarnished. So now, let's hop back in the game and see how it plays now. Alright, we got some FSR gameplay now. It's on quality to start with, and the game is still on high. And it looks pretty good. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to look like absolute poop.
Narcotic sale reported. Nearest unit, please respond.
Are we still going to drop into the 20s down here? No, mid-30s. Oh, no, we got that stupid loading thing though, so that's why I probably wouldn't do high.
Side. Over.
I think it takes up too much VRAM. So, real quick, just because of that, just live here, why don't we go do medium instead? I feel like medium was better. I never had that loading problem with medium, and we'll probably get a little bit better FPS too.
North end of Chinatown.
So, medium quality preset now for all of the FSR settings, and I'll make sure to make note of that.
Tell me the most likely area where the victim is. Gotta be one of these cars.
Yeah, we're still using the same amount of VRAM, so if that was my theory, it should still do the same loading crap. If that wasn't it, then it's something else, obviously. Ooh, I knocked Spider Man out on the damn sign almost there. But yeah, this is pretty damn playable. If you wanted to do this, you'd probably lock it at 30, though, I would say, because it still drops well under 40 sometimes.
I'll have to find more towers to boot up before I know what's happening around here.
All units, civilians need help at the scene of a car accident. Officers needed near Kips Bay.
Alright, let's run up to the top of this building here. And now let's move on to the next FSR. Alright, now we got some balanced FSR now. And surprisingly, it still doesn't look completely awful. But you can definitely tell if you look towards the background, it's starting to look a little soft, in my opinion.
Officers respond. We've got a 1010 narcotics
But so far, it looks like this one is more suited to the 40 FPS limiter than quality FSR on high. Though I still don't think you should use high, I'm just saying.
Additional officers needed in Times Square. Over.
Man, this game sucks up the battery like there's no tomorrow, though, but I think I have enough time. I think 46 minutes is more than enough to finish this video. That's another reason to limit FPS. So, limiting it to 40 while it's getting around 40 isn't going to save you much battery, but still. Oh, it sounds like the Harley guy's home. He's got a Harley and a crotch rocket. And a truck with subs. Yeah, he always thumps them. Even if it's like 2, 3 in the morning. Doesn't matter.
Witness reported an active narcotics sale. Nearby officers, please proceed to the West Village.
He dropped down to 37, but that's not too bad. Alright. Let's run to the top of here. And now let's drop the FSR down another notch. FSR Performance now. And there's still one left after this. Ultra Performance. And yeah, this is starting to not look so great. That is for sure. Yep, balanced or quality medium would probably be the best way to go. Give you a couple extra frames. Yeah, I punched the air. But yep, I feel like the best place for me to play this game is probably going to be my main computer. I don't think my 3080 has enough VRAM to max this game out. And this seems to be a very processor-intensive game, so my 9900K probably won't do great either once you crank the graphics up.
Calling all units. Robbery in progress. Suspects
Obviously, my 5950X stomps on it, but it should. It's 16 cores, 32 threads, and it's a bunch of generations newer.
Attention units. Report received of a narcotics sale in progress. Officers near Gramercy, please report.
Oh, sounds like he's taking the crotch rocket out for a spin now. Yep.
Attention units. We've got reports of muggings in the area. Reported location is the Garment District. Over.
Alright. And now let's move on to the last FSR setting. Well, now we got ourselves some Ultra Performance FSR, and it looks ultra shitty. And we're still not getting like 60 FPS, so yep, don't see the point of this one. For this particular game, anyway. Especially not on something with this low of a resolution screen already.
Officers respond.
But we'll still get our 2 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go and put it back to medium settings with FSR on quality, and we'll just lock it to 40 for a second, for a minute or two, and that'll be the last bit of the video. Because I feel like that'll probably be the most smooth way to play. Could be wrong, but we'll find out, won't we?
All units. Civilians are trapped following a vehicle collision. Officers needed near Kips Bay.
They're needed, are they? That's an interesting building.
All units 10 1034. Repeat, assault reported. Converge on Grand Central. Over.
Ah, I car surfed for a second there. It's like we're playing some Subway Surfers. Well, he just went through a fence.
Kidnapping. Report came in from Clinton. Over.
Clinton?
New York's noisy, but my mask can zero in on muffled sounds.
Yes, it can.
Kind of tied up kidnap victim might make.
Alright. Now let's go put it back on medium and FSR on balanced and lock it to 40 and have a little fun with that. Alright guys, we've got it on medium preset with FSR on balanced, and as you can see we've frame rate limited it to 40, so now let's see how it plays.
May's party is gonna start soon.
Yeah, not bad. We'll try ultra quality as well. So we'll try for just like a minute or so of gameplay. Because we've already got quite a long video as it is. We don't need it to be 2 minutes each of these little silly things.
Attention units. Civilians need help following a severe collision. Incident is active near Longacre. Over. All units 1030. Armed robbery in progress. Officers near Devil's Shelf. Please report to the...
Alright. Now let's go bump it up to... Nope, not that guy. Let's go put this on quality. And see how it plays. For another minute or so. Now normally I shut the camera off in between those, so I'm probably making it harder on myself to find the spot in the video, but whatever, I'll figure it out. When it comes time for editing. Kinda forgot to finish my sentence there, because I'm just enjoying kind of swinging around. Still not so bad. We still drop a little under 40 here and there.
Gonna need to jumpstart more surveillance towers.
Yes, we will.
What's going on in this district?
We've got a 1010 narcotics still in progress. Need a local unit on scene. Officers, please converge on Longacre.
Wouldn't be New York without a seedy drug deal.
Right?
Attention units. Civilians need
Alright,
help following
and
a
then,
severe
just for
collision.
fun, I've decided to do 30 FPS as well, just to be completely thorough. Alright guys, now we've limited the frame rate, as you can see right there, to 30. And now let's just swing around and see how it plays. Oh, and this is medium quality settings with FSR on quality. If I didn't mention that before, which I don't think I did. Good info to know. But damn, I mean, I don't really like 30. But I gotta admit, that's a lot smoother frame times. But at the same time, it just doesn't look as smooth to my eyes. But still. I think if I fiddle with the settings to my heart's content, I can probably get basically a locked 30 to where it might just drop to like it was 38 or something like that, and that's not going to be that jarring. Or maybe I can get used to this. We'll see. It's nice to have options. That is for sure. And alright, I think that is a great time to wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Spider Man Remastered on the Steam Deck, and it played great, just not maxed out. You gotta have more reasonable settings, so the way I would play it is medium settings, locked 40 or 30, depending on how smooth you want it, because 40 still drops into the high 30s here and there, but it gives you a little more FPS, and then FSR on quality. And that gave me a pretty steady frame rate, as you guys saw towards the end of the video there, and it looked great still. A little soft, but still very good, and I'd take the playable frame rates over non-playable frame rates any day. But alright, that's all I got for you for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next one, peace out, guys.